you get to these incredibly diverse systems, and you just see all that stuff happening right before your eyes.
A University of Buffalo geologist is heading to the Caribbean to study the impact of Hurricanes Irma and Maria on coral reefs in the region. News 4's Marissa Perlman joins us in the studio with his plans.
Well, Nalina, Professor Howard Lasker tells us he won't know the extent of the damage on the reefs on St. John until he jumps in later this week. He leaves on Friday for a place he's studied for years. But this time he's expecting to see something very different under the surface of the water.
Are in trouble.
From overfishing to pollution, Professor Howard Lasker has been studying how people affect coral reefs in St. John for years. But this trip, when he gets there, he's not sure what he'll find.
I don't really know. We could see at some of our sites total devastation, but it also so much depends on which way were the waves coming relative to that shore.
After major storms like Maria and Irma hit, some types of corals will recover, but others will not. This trip, he'll hope to find out why that is. Lasker says investigating how traumatic events like hurricanes affect these resources is crucial, especially in a time of global climate change.
We're not going to save the reefs, but we will understand them in a lot more detail.
The hurricane caused major damage to the Environmental Resource Station, Lasker's usual home base on St. John. So the team will be based on a ship and take smaller boats out to dive sites.
So in the past, we've always worked out of a laboratory on St. John, but that laboratory is out of action for the time being, because at the very least they don't have power, and they also have a fair bit of damage that they have to repair.
He'll now look to find out how the reef may bounce back from this devastating storm. But it's a bittersweet trip. The research happens in the middle of an island in recovery.
Here are people whom are just really struggling.
Now, Professor Lasker was hoping to bring relief supplies to St. John at the same time of this trip, but the relief organization couldn't organize in time for his departure. Now he'll be teaming up with researchers from the University of Miami and will spend 2 weeks on the island. Live in the studio, Marissa Perlman, News 4.